Hello, my name is Amecia Smith, and I am here at Pleasant Valley Intermediate School District 62. And today I would like to speak to our community stakeholders about a Supreme Court decision, Kennedy versus Bremerton School District. This case can help our school district improve the school district's approach when dealing with religion expression and how we can promote democracy, individual freedom, and the responsibility that supports the educational success and well being of each student and staff. So, this also involves ethical behavior within ourselves and others. Along with that is character education, which is to help human flourishing within our school community, and that is something that is important as well too. So, just to give you a little background on the Kennedy versus the Bremerton School District decision, Kennedy was a high school football coach, and after each game, he would go to the field, midfield, take a knee, and say a prayer that was private. And so, after a while, people would join him. And so, the school district had placed him on administrative leave, and this was because he was praying on the field. And a key part to know this, he was also still in uniform as well too. So the school placed him on administrative leave, and Kennedy decided to sue the school district. Well, when he first initially did this, he did not win. The courts did not side with him. They didn't side with him until it was taken to the Supreme Court. So, with the Supreme Court ruling in his favor and saying, hey, yes, your rights were violated. Your First Amendment, to be exact, was violated. And I would like to talk about some action plans that revolve around this case to help make ours even stronger in case we run into the same scenario. And so I developed the action plan where three specific strategies would work that we could implement in our policy to make it a fair, even playing ground. And this will also allow us to abide by the Constitution and the school policy. And this action plan will protect individual rights. It will foster a safe and supportive school climate. It will encourage civic learning and critical thinking as well. And it will show what expression, what religion expression looks like while we're abiding by the laws and the school policies. And so within this action plan, the first thing we will have to do is update and clarify the policies on employee religious expression. So we will review and revise the district policies to explicitly allow private personal religion expression by staff, but only if it's not disruptive, it's non-persuasive, and it's occurring during non-instructional time. So this will ensure compliance with the Supreme Court's ruling that public employees retain their First Amendment rights, even while on duty. So as long as they're not acting in an official, persuasive capacity. The second step to this action plan will be to train our school staff and administrators on legal boundaries. We will need to provide annual professional development or legal briefings for teachers, coaches, and administrators. And doing this will clarify what counts as private religion expression, what actions might be perceived as being persuasive or school induced, how to handle student participation as well too. This will prevent confusion or legal risk to help staff exercise their rights without violating others as well too. And then our next one will be to create a review process of religious expression concerns. Because when the concerns arise, we want to make sure we have a clear protocol for reviewing complaints and concerns about religion expression. This will ensure the district responds in a respectful manner and lawful way in balancing employees' rights with student protection as well too. And so with the implementation of the legal standards and rights affirmed with the Kennedy and Bremerton School, um, this does more than just align the school policy with the constitutional law. It contributes to a more respectful, inclusive, and thriving school environment for students and staff. This is also going to build trust. People are going to feel like they belong, and it reduces conflict as well too. And it goes to show that we have a constitutional value as well too. That we value what laws we have in place too, as well as respecting others as well. So that's really important. And it supports inclusion. Everyone is being included, and nothing is being forced or made to do something. So that's really key as well too. And so when we talk about democracy and individual freedom and responsibility in education, the Kennedy versus the Bremerton School District, it does more than comply with the constitutional laws. It helps build school culture, and school culture is very important. It's rooted in the value of democracy and individual freedom and the responsibility that we have as educators too. And we have to connect that with the ethical behavior as well too, because it provides an opportunity for schools to promote, model, and install ethical behaviors. So I like this thing: if we show them how it's done, they will follow. So I think it's important that if we come up with an action plan based on the Kennedy versus Bremerton School District, and apply some of those things, I think this will be a great stepping stone for us. And along with that, we're going to build character education, and that goes hand in hand with ethical behavior. If you have the ethical behavior, then you're going to have that character that's needed as well. So both of those go hand in hand to help each other grow. Next, implementing these strategies based on this Supreme Court decision, it offers our school a valuable opportunity to reinforce character values. Without those values, without being respectful, without abiding by the school policies and the Constitution, that's where we get into the gray areas. But if we set the foundation and apply a strategic plan and a strategy to make sure everyone is heard, feels safe, and respected, I think this will work out. So I hope that my stakeholders see the value in implementing some of the things from the Kennedy versus Bremerton case, that the Supreme Court did say, hey, you did violate his rights. I think this will be a great stepping stone for us. I hope you enjoyed this information, and please feel free to reach out if you have any more questions or concerns.